Hello everybody, let's try it again. Welcome to Zelda Speedruns, broadcasting the Link to the Past Randomizer Challenge Cup 2022. We got the brackets round 2 for you today. It's Jawsomesauce versus Amarith, game 2. Commentating for us, we have John the Branch and Lumaga, and tracking for us is Scoopula. Say hello everybody.
Hello everybody.
Hello.
Alright, well thank you Ricky of Kokiri. Welcome to ZSR. We have an elimination match in the round of 32 of the 2022 Challenge Cup. Amarith up 1-0 to Jawsomesauce. Tonight we have a McBoss. We have Map, Compass Shuffle, and Boss Shuffle. As Ricky mentioned, co-commenting with me tonight is John the Branch. I am Lumaga. How are you, John?
You know, Ricky, people only know you messed it up the first time because you called yourself out. You could have gotten away scot-free with that. I am doing fantastic tonight. I've been waiting for this game all week. You and I have been signed up. This is the co-coms of dreams. It is my mentor against your mentee from the 2020 mentor tournament. And I cannot wait to see whatever the outcome of this is. Obviously, Jawsomesauce fighting for his life here, and Amarith wanting to not stress of having to deal with, waiting until the next race in 2 or 3 or 4 days, not knowing whether or not she's going to advance herself. It's just as stressful when you're up one game because you don't want to fall behind and be even and then have to worry about being knocked out anyway. So, yep. Expect some wackiness. Both of these runners like to do some goofy routing. We could see the 5th and 6th CAC skip for this series, even though it's only game 2 and you should only be able to see the 3rd and 4th. These two like to route funny, especially against each other. So yeah, go for that. Definitely we'll probably see some Uncle routing right at the start here.
Uncle routing indeed. Both of these runners starting off doing the Link's house. And nothing of use, so no bombs, can't really go wacky on it. Go to Saha's closet right away. So just standard old boring Uncle route here.
Yep, all we're gonna get is that exciting first dig into the guard pack, which is a garbage pack we don't care about with that 1 heart drop, and then just green rupees on the tier 1 tree pole. So yep,
equally garbage tree pole.
Yeah, nothing useful on the tree poles or in the guards, so if we find nothing in here, we're saving it quite. Hey, Uncle has a vanilla sword. Well, guess what? We're doing escape. These two are both going to do escape. I'm calling it right now.
I believe it. I'm pretty sure Jaws is one to do escape with a weapon. Amarith, definitely. And you got some bombs. Don't have to worry about bomb packs or finding them in Hyrule Castle to get the back of escape too. It's a good start.
Yep.
Uncle routing, good choice this time.
Yeah, and both of these runners actually neck and neck. They're about a minute apart from each other on their timers, so they were actually right next to each other. And Amarith digging further into that pack. Looking to up her tree poles here, and finds out that the getting damaged kill 4 enemies pull is just little magic decanters. Is that tier 2 or tier 3? I always forget.
There should be tier 2, I believe.
Okay. And meanwhile, both racers making their way into the front of escape. Jocelyn a little ahead.
You might as well have rolled standard on this.
Yeah, it kind of was a standard start, wasn't it? Which means we're probably going to see some CAC skipping still.
So why don't we talk about these two runners, right? I mean, Jaws and Amarith, I don't know if they faced each other much in previous tournaments, but certainly now coming in here, Jaws had an undefeated record, I think, until facing up with Amarith. Amarith also did really well in the group stage in the first round of this Challenge Cup, didn't she?
Yeah, Amarith's really been punching, I wouldn't even say above her weight, I'd say at her weight. She's one of those runners where she can pull off the jet seed, she can do your 80-minute seeds, but sometimes she just she routes like a potato and she pulls a 140 when everyone else is pulling a 130 or less. So it depends. I would describe her as kind of like a glass cannon if to put it in RPG terms. She, sometimes she really performs well, and she's been on a roll this entire tournament. She's been practicing like crazy, running often 2 seeds a day for about a month now. So she's kind of in her game, setting up the Death Warp a little more efficiently than Jaws, still behind because of that tree pull check earlier. Both of them getting some money, so they're probably thinking Zora, assuming they get that couple hundred more. And oh gosh, I don't know nearly as much about Jawsomesauce as you do probably. I just only know him from being in the 2020 Mentor tournament with him and knowing he's a general chill, nice dude. I'm on a lot of Discord servers with him.
Yeah, definitely. He was my mentee in the Mentor tournament in 2020. Since then, he has greatly surpassed his mentor, and he definitely he took a long break. Actually, he took a break from Challenge Cup 21 to Challenge Cup 22. Didn't even do League over the winter. So coming out, right? It's kind of like riding a bike. Get right back on it. You don't lose a step here. But no, he also has been practicing a lot of these funny modes that are in the tournament. Of course, there's like the inverted keys, the McBoss we have tonight, Tournament Hard, which we had on game 1.
Amarith, don't die. Oh, and not getting any hearts. Jawsome actually getting a benefit from not having dug as far into the pack. The packs are seeded on those odds of whether or not they drop an item. So while Amarith had already picked up those hearts earlier on in the pack drop, Jawsomesauce still had them ready to go. So when he was taking damage there in those dark rooms and escape, there's one difference from standard here is these dark rooms, this dark trip to Dark Cross. But yeah, Jawsome having a little bit more elegance getting in there, and also just doing a little better in there. And he has to. I don't think he had to. Did we not have the key? He might have had to stay
the key. He was blocked at that point. So
okay. But he's not anymore.
No more. He can go to the back of his cape with that glove.
Yep, Amarith is going to be really sad when she gets that, unless there's something really nice here in Saha's closet, like a bow. A bow would be really generous to her. Green pendant in Desert Palace. Is that what he said?
That means green pendant in Desert, yes.
Which means she has not done her map check yet, and neither has Jawsome. And just a bottle in Saha.
The eventual Kakariko visit.
So now she's going to step outside and do her map check before she decides whether or not to dip, or is she just deciding to dip? I think she's just dipping.
So not only did Jaws get a bottle, he got a Master Sword to boot out of the back.
Oh, that's gonna put him ahead. Agreed, Scupula. That's our tracker saying what we're all thinking. We need map checks.
Yes, McBoss shuffle, so the maps are shuffled.
Oh, yeah. Right.
Also. So, and actually, the interesting thing with the compasses here, if you check the map within the dungeon and have the compass, it will show you what the boss is. So it's great for boss shuffle.
I do keep forgetting that that McBoss isn't just the compasses that are shuffled, but also the map. I know it's right there in the M. It's the M of the MC shuffle. But my brain always goes to that compass because since the bosses are shuffled, I think of the more interesting mechanic where the compass tells you the boss, because this is the only mode in the game where the compass does something.
Indeed. Actually, no. Key Sanity. It also tells you how many items you picked up in the dungeon.
Oh, right. Yeah. So if you're bad at doing math and using an auto tracker,
not as useful. This is a good one. Well, we did get a blue mail here. Didn't see that in game 1. That was tournament hard mode, which capped you at green mail. So Jaws will gladly pick that one up.
Oh yeah, this will get him through whatever boss. Oh, also a remind. I was gonna say Amarith might be able to get through to the boss here, but there's still that red Igor. It's not Enemizer. It's just bosses. So we still need the bow to get to the boss. But yeah, we don't know whether it's a crystal or pendant. So I kind of agree with this dip. As much as it's biting her so hard. Watch, we're gonna get to Cack here, and we're gonna see flute and mirror. It's gonna be flute, mirror, and hammer and Cack. It's gonna be the punish seed. Amarith finally gets her lumps. She's been Cack skipping all tournament, and it's only been rewarding her. Just an ether in Blind's basement so far.
Yeah, not too much here. Not too much for Amarith's end.
Farming up all those rupees. Well, okay, there's Gold Glove. We are just a pearl away from Dark World access here in CAC.
So 2 early gloves, Sanctuary and the back of Blind's Hut.
Yep, that really
And
indicates
two early
something's under
swords.
a.
You had a vanilla on Uncle, and then you had one in the back of Sanctuary. It's just like throwing everything at this seed. Amarith just chose the eastern option.
Chose the wrong direction to head. It's all in the sphere, but she chose the wrong direction in the sphere. And nice, some bombs popping out for Jawsome. He is not gonna. Ooh, boots and cack.
Boots
and the
bow.
bow. Wow.
Red Ruby.
I was gonna say he's not gonna have to go to the shop and buy bombs, but he's not gonna have to go get anything. He's got the zippy boots. He's got a sword. Wow, this feels late game. How soon are we in go mode here?
I was hoping so bad for a trifecta there, but Womp Womp just got a red rupee at the end.
And just a red rupee for Amarith. So that was nothing in Eastern. Hopefully just a pendant for later if she ever gets the map for it, and then she doesn't have to go back. And still skipping that cack. Wow, unless there's Pearl down here on South Shore, this is the worst possible cack to ever skip. Okay, so she's not going for a swim immediately.
Yeah, Jaw's running into everything here. You got boots, bow, mitts, sword. South Shore's gotta have something, to make it worth Amarith's while. Flippers are
flippers. Nice. Those are good to have. Jawsome's still gonna get to water walk those checks.
She's not quite to Zora money, but maybe she can. Oh no, she doesn't have the mitt or the glove. She can't even farm those rupees by the Ice Heart Cave.
No, she can't. And then Zora's, I believe, are the guard price pack, if I'm not mistaken. So she's not going to be able to farm up in the Zora area. Mushroom off of the library, just to keep in mind. So let's see what mini molder
early mushroom has. So I don't know about you, John. Early mushroom, I follow that right away. That typically leads to something.
I don't, and it bites me all the time. I'm always thinking, let's wait until I get the flute, make it more efficient. And 90 minutes later, last location, hey, there's my flute on the witch's hut. Meanwhile, he's actually going to check Bonk Rocks. I wonder if he's probably doing King's Tomb next and going to turn in that mushroom, like you said. If there's nothing on these 3 checks, but it's the Pearl. Ooh.
So the world is your oyster.
Well, we got some maps. I don't think these maps are as helpful as everything Jaws has quite yet. We do have Zora money, but is it too early to say it's Jaws' escape to lose?
It is, because now you have too much open to you. You've got a lot. I mean, he doesn't have the flippers, but he's what? He's got everything in Dark World practically. I guess Death Mountain is out of logic, but man, this just opened up for Jaws. It's almost overwhelming. Where do you go?
Yeah, Amarith went straight into the drink, so she might be skipping Ice Rod Cave. We'll see if she swims back in that direction or decides to go another way. In fact, he is chasing that mushroom. Let's see if that rewards him. When was our most recent save quit? Because if it wasn't just now, he's not going to be able to save scum that mushroom.
It was before the Moon Pearl.
Okay.
He started in pink.
Wow, we're getting all these maps, but they're all Dark World maps, I believe. I don't think we got any Light World maps.
No. Well, that one's junk, but he picked it up anyway.
Well, you're already committed to it, and hey, you need that little bit of money because he's probably gone South Shore now, right? Just complete those first sphere checks.
I don't know. Dark World access that early? I guess he started at Link's house, sure. Dark World access that early? I've been known to skip Mini Boulder Cave in this scenario.
Oh yeah, I would totally consider skipping South Shore for now. Go back into the CAC portal, and then you can do Mini Boulder Cave if you get the mirror in the Dark World somewhere. And then all those checks are so much more efficient. Deciding to follow Amarith into all of the non-useful checks though, except for that flippers. Nothing in the fairy cave. I did not see what was in the bottle that they opened up. I think it was a fairy, so probably didn't want to throw that away without having a bug catching net to catch another one.
Yeah, so Amarith has a fairy in a bottle. Jaws has a bee in a bottle.
Oh, right, because it's 2 different bottles. Maybe we will see Jaws ditch that bee in the Waterfall Fairy, we might get to see what the Waterfall Fairy's prize is. Or bottle fill prize. Meanwhile, Zora, 500 rupees in, what comes out? A heart. A little bit of safety that we're not going to need as soon as Amarith goes into the Lost Woods and finds that blue mail. Which she should be doing here in a minute.
I take it was junk on Zora's ledge as well, too, right?
Yes, or else she would have gone to it. Let's see if she remembers Back of Escape. See if she's checking her tracker. Yes, she is. And she does not need a hula hand, so that's the only thing she's doing in here. Shield on Zora's ledge. Thank you, Ricky.
So Amarith did not do Ice Red Cave, correct?
Correct. So this is our first peek in. Jaws has those gloves if he needed to farm, but he doesn't. Meanwhile, where did Amarith go? Oh, up the mountain, of course, because, you know, why ever do CAC?
Skipping CAC so hard. No.
Oh, no.
She's in the back.
Dark Cross. Yeah,
Dark
she's
Cross.
in the back of Dark Cross. Okay. Jaws, meanwhile, does not feel like he properly set up his water walk, so he's going to try it again. Yeah, this is a good call on Amarith's part, because that's going to niggle in your mind. What's there? I don't know. It's going to take forever to come back here when I get the lamp, so let's check it now. We've got the skill. We're up to 5 hearts green mail with the sword now. There's no time, or with the master sword, so a little bit extra range. No time like the present, and she's going to find it's just $20, but that's actually going to be a relief, because she's going to say, hey, Jawsome probably also Uncle Routed, probably got this, probably didn't die because the rope pack was hearts. So that's going to make her feel a little bit better. Now she's just got to slow walk over to CAC and get her boots and her glove and her bow, which will lead her to her moon pearl. So both runners walking over each other. Ooh, we get a lumberjack check.
Yeah, lumberjack and then Skull Woods. Yeah.
Oh, she might be going up the mountain. Don't go up the mountain, Amarith. She still could lumberjack check and go up the mountain.
Yeah, I mean, she could really skip CAC hard here.
She could, and she would. Oh, is that
That's a hook shot? That's a hook shot.
That is a hook shot in Lumberjack Cave, and Jawsome has not gone up there to see that. That means she's going to skip the mountain. She's not going to do the mountain without that hook shot. She's going to get her requirements to do Aga, which she has except for the lamp. She might hold out for the lamp to do those dark rooms a little bit faster, or maybe just pick up a couple nice items that make that a more comfortable, faster climb. She's definitely capable of doing this with 2 bottles and a blue mail and 5 hearts. Easy peasy.
I don't think dark rooms are going to stop Amarith. I played against her plenty of times. I've watched her. Both of these runners, especially at this stage, we're in the round of 32. Aside from maybe like Dark Aga and sometimes Misery Mire, dark rooms by the back of your hand right now.
I agree. The thing that will keep her from doing it right away is how fast she can do it. It's hey, maybe I can find the fire rod and do this dungeon a little faster. But you know what? She's gonna have the bow going up there. She's gonna be so decked out in all these items. Gonna have ether. It's gonna be it's gonna be kind of silly to not just go there as soon as she's done with CAC here.
So and Jaws headed to Eastern with the bow he got from Kakariko.
Yeah, he's gonna be able to complete the dungeon. We'll find out if it's a crystal or a pendant at the end. I will say Amarith has been teasing, if she gets the chance, she will man mode it up as hard as she possibly can, because she's always wanted the dream of just doing escape and going straight into the Aga 1 climb. And unfortunately, that Master Sword showing up a little bit too late. And if we'd gotten the key, we would have been able to do a death warp back to the throne room, I believe. Yeah, is where that would have taken you, and we could have seen her climb the Aga Tower with nothing but 3 hearts green mail if that key had been in Dark Cross and she had made it.
So let me put this to you. Where do you think the lamp is? Because we've seen most of the overworld, except for I think Agina. We've got Dark World now. I guess
It could
because
be so many places in the Dark World. It could be an ice palace if we
logically
find
we
Fire
need
Rod
that.
or Bombos.
We need lamp to get that hook shot. What do we got here? Pendant on TR is what I saw, and crystal in I think Swamp and was that Mire?
Which means Eastern is a crystal. So Amarith is going to have to go back to that. Going to have to tie it in with her trip to Pod.
Is that certain? So we have knowledge of 2 pendants.
Oh, I thought you listed 2 other pendants in the Dark World. I apologize.
So yeah, 2 crystals and TR is a pendant.
Okay, I misheard you. Thank you. Meanwhile, Jawsome going into Dippin' Skull Woods. This is a play. Got no access to the back, but he's just going to do it at the front end. We don't know if it's a crystal or a pendant. I kind of hate this. In my opinion, if you don't know what it is, you just wait it out in case you never have to come in here. Granted, it can have progress a lot of the time as a pendant, but...
So I don't know if I taught him this as a mentee, but I think Jaws considers Skullwoods overworld, right? Now, a lot of racers do, actually.
I would describe pendant Skullwoods as overworld, and crystal Skullwoods is not, because at the end you can go and kill a boss and get a crystal. So if you can wait until you have Fire Rod, then it's 1 trip instead of 2. Meanwhile, Amarith gonna finish off this race game. I don't think there was anything in race game. We would have remembered it, right?
Jaws scouted it out. I think it was rupees.
Okay.
And not a significant amount either.
Yeah, considering how stacked CAC is, I'm a little surprised. Well, hey, that trip into here might save time getting that shovel out of here if there's something off of that shovel. Meanwhile, Amarith, save and quitting to Link's house. I think this is the trip to Aga? No, it's not the trip to Aga. It is... the whirlpool to Mushroom Turn-In. And she did that off of a save and quit, so she will be able to scum this. Which we should expect her to do in case she gets that red cane later, so she can fake powder the bat.
Absolutely. I've seen fake powder win games before, so... If you can line this up to save scum the mushroom, do it. All right, Jaws, out of Skullwoods. I think we just saw the 1 item. The second one is fire locked and just bombs up on the bumper ledge. Village of Outcasts looks most likely for him, which is a hammerless thieves town.
Kinda bad in MC boss shuffle because you have those 2 extra checks. Every dungeon has 2 extra checks in it in MC boss shuffle, so that means there are 2 more opportunities. Well, hey, it's not hammerless now. But if it had been hammerless, there would have been only 2 checks in the dungeon that would not be something useful. Wait, do I have that wrong? Is it all 8? Is it all 8 checks?
No. So there's there's normally 4 checks, and so there would be 6 items.
Okay, I was not incorrect there. Meanwhile, Amarith doing King's Tomb. What was in King's Tomb again? We saw that on Jaws earlier, right? It must have been nothing.
I think so. I don't think it was anything.
Well, Amarith, I wonder if she is going to go into the CAC portal once she pulls this Moon Pearl out of Bonk Rocks.
The seed is screaming for you to do that. That's a very early Dark World access.
Yeah, and she's going. She's going to go into that dark, either Village of Outcasts or follow Jaws into the Skullwoods, and I don't blame her at all. It's nice to get that early. We can climb Aga's Tower now. We're just choosing not to yet. Well, you know what? Well, no, Amarith can't hover and Jawsome can't hover. So I was gonna say they might just skip it altogether if that Swamp Palace is a pendant, but we don't know that, and neither of these 2 can hover, so never mind.
I
Oh,
just missed what that check was.
I missed what the boss was too. I saw that he checked it. Oh, Trinex. Scupula telling us it's Trinex at the end of the dungeon. So we are not going to see this dungeon get cleared out. We might just see front four dipped and then have him take off.
Yeah, but I mean, there's the attic and the basement still, and you don't need to blow up the top. So even if he does the attic, right, he doesn't need to go back there. He can go straight to the boss on a second dip here.
Yeah, correct. In the primary branch of the game, you never have to even blow up the attic. You can go straight to. You don't even have to go straight to the cell. I'm pretty sure you can go straight to the boss. Am I correct?
The boss is just shuffle, yes.
Yeah, the boss is just there.
There's an ice rod. Maybe we'll find a fire rod here.
Maybe we just keep going through this dungeon looking for the fire rod.
Man, wouldn't that be something? He's got Master Sword. He's got a bee in a bottle and hammer,
he might have grabbed that other bottle. Is there any check that Amarith's done that he hasn't?
Where was that? Where was the ferry?
I want to say the ferry was on Camper, maybe.
That's not Trinex, by the way. That's Armos.
That's Armos. You were incorrect. Our tracker Scupula, as fallible as the rest of us, unfortunately, it is a pendant dungeon. Well, we found our last pendant, so we know that Eastern Palace is going to be a required finish eventually. We are going to have to go back in there.
So you were right all along, I guess.
Yeah, wait, how far did Jawsome go into Eastern? He did
the first 4. He just did the first 4. We found, I think, was it 2 or 3 items? Looks like he's got the big key and the small key. So yeah, we found. What did we find?
Do we have the pendant? He might have seen the boss, and it might have been a non-finishable one like Argus or Trinex.
I'm sorry. Say again?
I was trying to figure out why Jawsome would not have finished the finished Eastern Palace since he had the bow and he could have gotten past that red.
He never went to Eastern.
Oh, he hasn't gone to Eastern. He just did Saha.
He stayed and quit after Saha.
Oh. Disagree. You got everything you need to finish it unless the boss is something spicy.
That's a choice. I don't know. We'll see.
Sure, you can mirror into it later, unless the boss has mirror.
Ooh.
And there's going to be an item on that boss. Amarith getting her hammer, so expect to see her at least dip into Thieves. I expect to see her go do all of Thieves Town as well.
Yeah. Yeah, at this point, right? She's got the loadout for it, and I'm sure she's comfortable with the health she has.
Get another compass. Hey, look, we can find out who the boss to Ganon's tower is. I wonder if it's Agatu again. Am I incorrect? I do believe there is talk of eventually making it to where you can shuffle the bosses in shuffle Aga 1 and Aga 2.
I have not heard that.
Okay. It was a rumor. I don't know how accurate it is. Somebody get VTorp on the line. I'm sure he's not busy. With version 32 that's been coming for a year and a half since I started playing the game.
So is that the small key locking itself in Thieves Town?
I haven't been watching it. Must.
Yeah, Jaws went into that room, went to dash, realized he didn't have a small key. It's got to be the small key locking itself. So we are set for Thieves Town.
All right, it is all items, not all locations. The logic is set that way, which means you will get corner cases sometimes where you can't get certain checks. Meanwhile, Jawsome giving me a heart attack, making me think he's picking up the Smith before doing the dig game, but nope, he's doing the dig game first. We'll see. That means
like she's also headed right back to Armos too. Unaware that it's a pendant.
Well, it's also almost guaranteed to be an item. No, this one is guaranteed to be an.
It and it's the cave.
Oh, it's not guaranteed to be an item because it could have a small key. It could have, well, that which could lead to an item.
But it's the
and
cave.
It is an item.
Which we know is going to lead to nothing, but it's a good safety.
Did Dig Game have something?
A map.
Okay, yeah, Jaws kept digging afterwards. I guess he's a little shy on, still a tiny bit shy on Kiki money. Wants to make sure he has that access to Pod when he goes back over there.
And he's going to do the Smith, the mirrorless Smith, which sometimes trips up a lot of runners.
Oh.
We know
Another map
everything,
check.
right? We know everything already.
Oh,
right?
yeah, we do know everything, except for the red crystals.
True. And I don't think I saw a red crystal on Pod, if that was it. But don't quote me on that.
All right, and Jaws did not do hammer pegs yet, did he? Meanwhile, Amarith doing it before she picks up the Smith, which is correct if you plan on taking the Smith all the way to Hype Cave. Then you don't have to come back here.
I wonder if Jaws will take him to Hype Cave and beyond. Might take him to Catfish and then save and quit.
We might be getting the full Hyrule go around.
The world tour of Hyrule.
Yeah.
Oh,
there's our fire rod. All right. And a flute. Wow, this cave, it is hype.
Yeah, that's a pretty hype cave.
I give it a 7 out of 10. I'd give it more points, but too much water.
Even if he was going to take Smith to Catfish, he's going to take him to Kakariko now because you got to activate that flute.
Yep.
And if I know Jaws.
Oh, and interesting. Starting from Link's house so that he can get that shovel dig in.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. We did get that shovel. But if I know Jaws, and I think I do, I think he's taking this directly from activating the flute to Meyer Shed. And there's our lamp. So
all right, there's our in-logic lamp. Now he still does not know where our hookshot is.
Oh, that's right. Amarith checked. Jaws didn't.
Meanwhile, Amarith didn't even pick up the Smith. She said no thanks. I'm too busy for whacking some bread with a hammer. You guys are kind of kooky. I'm just trying to go fast here. So she's putting that check off to later. Let's see if it rewards her or not, because we're going to see the turn-in just a second here. And she's still going to have that flute and that fire rod, so she's going to be able to... Actually, I wouldn't be surprised if Jaws goes and finishes the moth because he has the crystal knowledge, or did we get all of our items in Skullwoods already?
Oh, we saw one. I think the other is Firelock.
Well, there should be... Well, there are going to be 4.
Oh, gosh, you're right.
Yeah, McBoss.
Yeah.
Throws you off.
I could not tell you. I couldn't tell you if we got all of them.
I highly doubt we got all 4. Well, you know what? I've got Amarith's tracker visible, and she probably manually clicked them off. And yes, she did. There were 2 items up at the front.
Well, we got a bomb Smith check, and we saw that Moldorm on Tower of Hera and Mothula in Skull Woods are our red crystals today.
All right, and there was nothing at the Smith. So Amarith dodged the bullet there. There was also nothing on the dig spot. So Amarith going over that show like, maybe I could have traveled the south route with this thing and gotten that extra check-in along the way. But hey, maybe she'll get the... Well, if she gets the mirror, yeah, she could route it in with K45 eventually. That's the dream. Meanwhile, we're checking Aegina's cave. Why did we flute to 6 to check Aegina's cave?
Probably check the ledge, which I missed. So. But then he's leaving. It's actually quicker to save and quit out of here.
Yes, it is. Under all circumstances, you save and quit from Aegina's closet. Unless, I suppose, you have a portal saved somewhere. That would be a good exception. All right, Ether, hey, we can get into Meyer. We can't clear it, but we can get in.
Oh, that's gross. Wow.
Yeah, never feels good. You want that red cane. Amarith doesn't have the lamp yet either, so she's going to want that too.
And as suspected, Jaws going very quickly to the mire shed as well. We saw a map in there, but we know everything else.
Amarith deciding not to dip mire. Good call, as usual. Only 4 checks in there. That's a lot to have to dip a dungeon twice, especially a crystal dungeon, now that...
Jaws is going for it.
Oh, he is. Ooh, disagree, Jaws. I hope for your sake you find something in there, because that's a big time sink.
Time sink, but like you just said, 4 items, it's open, it's available. And
he doesn't know where hookshot is.
I know, but you need the cane. He's fine with the boots.
No, I'm saying that makes it a better decision not knowing where hookshot is. Meanwhile, Amarith getting that lamp. Is she gonna go to 4? Is she just gonna go up there now that it's fast and easy? We got Fire Rod. Here she goes.
So that's Trinex in Misery Mire.
Interesting that he didn't. Did he just go in there to check the boss?
Must be. Actually, that's not a bad idea because this is full boss shuffle. So you're going to see 3 bosses twice. So even just having that knowledge, you can start eliminating mentally what you won't see later.
Not just that, but you get to know, okay, if this is, got, for example, Argus back here, you know, okay, I can't finish this dungeon until I find the hookshot.
Right. Which Amarith is going for right away here.
Yep. Not as fast as she could have gone for it, but she's doing it as soon as she could do it very fast in logic. In fact, immediately is one of the first check when it was in logic is going to get this hookshot. That's
the cane, and that's Mire completely. He's got Fire Rod and Ice Rod and everything he needs.
And Amarith's gonna have everything she needs, and she's gonna flute up there. And now all of a sudden, all that time benefit that Jawsome had, she's gonna pick back up having that hook shot on her first trip up the mountain here. She's gonna be able to full clear the entire mountain, including she can kill every boss as soon as she gets that hook shot. So she's also gonna be able to full clear the entire mountain, including Hera, and that's her next stop. She's going up the mountain.
Jaws has nothing to do after this except, I guess he's going for Spike Cape.
Yeah. Yeah, because Amarith is going to be able to do every single check on the mountain and Dark Death Mountain, unless I'm mistaken. Chat can correct me, but she's going to have that hook shot. She's got both rods. She's got a bow. She doesn't have a mirror, so she's going to have to think really hard about what order she does everything in. But that lets you do everything. I think everything. Yeah,
I agree. I concur. Wow, so a good turn of events here for putting off the loaded CAC as long as she did. Amarith is really making up time.
Yeah. It's how the seeds turn sometimes. Now, what is Jaws doing? Is he setting up a hula hand?
Must be. Yeah, that's all he's got to do here.
Yeah.
He's already checked the back of escape.
So if anyone's watching and doesn't know what this is, he has not done Zora yet. You're right. So he's got to farm up his Zora money. Where'd all his money go? Okay, so for those of you that don't know, there are special circumstances in which the game does not know what room to put you, and if it does, it puts you into this secret room that's full of rupees called the Houlihan Room. There was a contest in like Nintendo Power or something back in the early 90s, late 80s that says, hey, we'll put you in the next Zelda game if you win this contest. And this kid named Mike Houlihan won that contest, and so that's why that's called the Houlihan Room. And the way to trigger it that way that he did it is if you bonk off of a solid object and then fall in a hole, for some reason the game doesn't know how to send you to the correct location address, and so the I don't know where to send you is Houlihan.
Game's weird, man.
Oh, Chris Houlihan. Thank you, Scupula. I think I knew a kid named Mike Houlihan when I was in high school or middle school.
Well, Jaws headed right back into Misery Mire.
All right, Jaws, be the hero. Be the hero. Oh, wait, he didn't. He already opened it. Did he throw the bird the first time, chat, to pick us up? Oh, wow.
He's too cool for that.
Villain of our hearts. Well, he can finish this dungeon.
Well, he has the items to do so. He just uses blue potion. He does not have half magic. He is going to have a tough time on Trinex.
Yeah, that is going to be a little rough unless he finds some way to farm. Half Magic is in this. It's not the tournament open hard mode. So we'll see what he see how much he's got coming in. Maybe we'll get an extra little sword in here. Maybe he'll. I think Scupula knows hammer strats pretty well, so he's got that going for him.
Chat correcting me. He did stop at the potion shop. He did buy some potions.
Chat coming in for us. Yeah, maybe he, given his money count, he has to have checked Zora, and we're just not paying attention.
Could be. There's a lot happening here.
Yeah, these runners running very different games. There was something on the pyramid ledge. I didn't see it, but it was garbage. Yeah. Amarith is... Oh, where's she going? Catfish. She says, well, I'm here. Let's check on that catfish. I can do every other check on here really fast. I can get to flute to 5 and go into pod really easily. Maybe Catfish has my mirror to get back into Eastern and finish that off easy. Because if you're Amarith, you feel behind right now. You don't know that Jawsome didn't check Lumberjack. So if your name is Amarith, you're like, oh, well, Jawsome probably didn't skip CAC, or if he did, he didn't skip it for long. He probably did escape with me because I know he likes to uncle route, but that's probably it, and he's probably 5 minutes ahead of me right now, is probably what you're thinking if you're Amarith.
Yeah, there's a lot that's going through both runners' heads. Jaws, unfortunately, does not realize where that hookshot is. He's going to spend a lot more time running through dungeons to get it. Amarith not picking up anything on the catfish. I gotta believe this is Sanctuary and going towards the hookshot. No, it's not.
No.
Shovel?
She's gonna flute to 3?
I guess.
Flute to 3 and then do a mirror thing? Oh, she's gonna buy a couple. She's gonna fill up her bottles. And see, she did just pick up that 50 rupees, or that 50 rupees at the end there. That was to have the Kiki money left over when she did, because she just wants to have that little bit of safety in there. She realizes, hey, if I gotta kill a Trinex, wouldn't it be nice to have a bottle? If I've gotta go clear one of those dungeons, blue mail isn't the easiest thing, but it'll work. We could do a lot of stuff with blue mail, but once you start going through some of these, Meyer, pretty much Meyer and TR, having that safety item is really nice. Meanwhile, okay, I gotta pay hyper attention here. Chat, help me out if we find anything really amazing in Meyer and I miss it. We definitely have a lot to find left. Before go mode, we need, on Amarith's side... Oh, I was wrong. All Amarith needs is the mirror, and her access to... She doesn't need access to TR, that's a pendant, and we know our access to the Meyer, so Amarith is actually a mirror away from go mode. She is in mirror mode. She is going... let's see. What direction is she headed here? She's finished Thieves Town, so this has to be... I'm thinking... Oh, yeah, she can do Skull Woods. She can finish that off. Yep. That makes sense. Finish the dungeons you can do and are always going to take time. Hey, this is one of those places where, hey, if it's Vanilla Moth, having that blue goo is really nice.
A lot of bosses in the back of Mothula can be a little dangerous. The least of which is Helmasaur, but if it's a second Armos, right? Armos is not easy in that spiked room.
Not at all. Yeah, it's not Moth who's scary. It's the arena that's scary, and boss shuffle will teach you that very quickly. When about 50% of the bosses are even harder than Mothula on those conveyors. Okay, so she does have 2 items left. She's gonna check under the bridge first. Does that mean she doesn't have a ferry, or is she just planning on slow walking back no matter what?
Could be a slow walk.
Yeah, I would think you save this check for later, so that you can potentially take the Death Warp back to the front if you have to use your ferry in the fight. Meanwhile, Jawsomesauce, I wasn't paying attention, but he did not have Spooky from the start of this dungeon, or at least he didn't keep it all the way through to the end there, having to hit at least a couple switches.
And that fairy on the other side of the switch, unfortunately, was teasing him. Could not quite get it, couldn't reach it, and into a very tough Trinex fight.
I agree with this. Just waiting for the second head to come out, and we don't want to see any ice on the ground. Let's just focus on head 2 first. Wait that couple extra seconds and just be on a different cycle. I do think Scupula has a fairy, and let's see.
No.
Let's see if he revives here.
No.
Oh, that is a time loss, as we say. Get your 4-panel comic memes out, because that's about a 3-minute time loss.
It is a good thing Amarith went for that hook shot here.
It's also a good thing that she went for that bottle, because again, one of those bosses that's not a joke. Oh, I didn't realize that the spikes don't come at you. It's still a rough fight.
Yeah, the floor still moves. So in this
Getting double pulls.
I know, if you're trying to do doubles here, you're gonna move. And it sucks.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Amarith, I hope you have a fairy, Amarith, and that's why you're doing this so cavalier.
She also went and bought potions. I guess she has a fairy. She feels pretty confident.
I could have sworn one of the potions they picked up had a fairy in it, or one of the bottles they picked up earlier in the seed. Oof. Oh, no.
She grabbed onto the block.
Which drug her right into a spike.
Oh, it's awful but hilarious.
Oh, there it happens again. But okay, we do know she had a fairy. That's why she was so confident.
This is the danger of McBoss. You have a lot of scenarios you don't even have to think about in normal situations.
Cleverly using that hook shot for invincibility, though. All right, and this part is just repetition. Not going to be too rough.
Yeah, Argus not going around the room as quickly as in the water. So, and fighting against the conveyor belt. So not so tough of a second phase. First crystal on the board for Amarith.
Yeah, that's our first crystal of the game. 45 minutes in. I promise it's not going to be a forever seed. I bet we'll have this wrapped up in 90 minutes, assuming that mirror comes out of the wash here. I expected Amarith to go up the mountain. Amarith, don't prove me wrong. Go up the mountain, or pod. You could go to pod. You can full clear that, I suppose. Okay, what does this mean? This means she's going up the mountain, and she forgot that she could save and quit to Link's house and get out there a little faster. Forgot she had the flute. There we go. She's gonna get that red cane at the top there because she doesn't know she has it yet. Oh, right. Yeah, she didn't have red cane, so she didn't know she could do TR.
Right.
Which, maybe you don't want to do TR.
All right, Jaws pulling out that bottle. Can't take a chance on a second death, but he's still contending with a smaller room. He had ice on the ground, but I guess it doesn't stick around when it's boss shuffle?
When I think it's the acid in this dungeon might do something with it.
That could be.
Because, the floor is lava. Too. Yeah, half the floor in this boss arena is lava. All of that green, once you get about 8 pixels in, is no good. It hurts.
Phase 2, still only on Master Sword. He can pull out the hammer if you really... There it is.
Yeah, it's hammer time. It's MC Boss McHammer shuffle time. Wow, doing a really good job with that hammer.
So hard here because you only have half a room.
I mean, it's hard to hit phase 2 of Trinex with the hammer in general. So doing it with half of a smaller room is quite the feat. Meanwhile, okay, Amarith, I did not see what was on the. Well, it wasn't mirror in Paradox, or not Paradox, in Spectacle Rock, so we don't have that. She is remembering, okay, I don't have a mirror, so I can't portal into the light world and do all the fun things where I lay down my rift and go back and forth and jump off the mountain and do the whole all 20 checks in 2 minutes, but she's gonna do as good as she can.
At this point, if it's not mirror, it's junk. There's nothing we're looking for.
I mean, silvers aren't junk.
Yeah, okay, yeah. I would say that. And a sword would be good, but unnecessary.
Sword would be better than silvers. At this point, with all the bosses we have left to kill. Alright, we can finally find out what that boss in Eastern is. And we can finally find out that Desert Palace is a green pendant. All right, Jawsome is going to finish off Skullwoods. This is a good call. You got 2 items left in there, including a boss. One of them could be your hook shot if you don't know where it is, and one of them could be your mirror.
He is going to be so disappointed when he drops down to that pit.
Oh gosh, yeah, because he does not have the compass here yet, or else he would have just gone in the front and checked.
I mean, take your chances, right? Sure, it could be Argus. It could be anybody, though.
Right.
I don't disagree with this play.
Statistically, it's only something like a 1 in 5 that it's Argus in here at this point, from what he knows.
And this is the first time we're seeing Tower of Hera, so we'll be able to see who the boss is up at the top here, too.
Yep, we're going to see her Hera pot with the hook speed method. Unless she gets really spicy and sword spins, but I think it's going to be, hook speed. And this is just Amarith's preferred way to do this. If she's got the boots, this is how she gets in there. She's faster and more consistent with it. She's one of the few people I know who's really consistent on this. Usually gets it within 5 or 10 seconds, and I'm commentators cursing her so
you
hard.
Say
right
that, but...
She is so like 25% of it. She gets it the first time. It's probably the longest that's taken her in a month. Meanwhile, checking the boss. Was that a Trinex? Was that Trinex number 2?
Jaws, save and quit. Jaws. Oh, he's getting the item. He didn't go for the first item.
Yeah, so he's taking the death. Okay. Smart moves. Meanwhile, Amarith not going straight for the boss, remembering, hey, I'm still not in go mode yet. I gotta find that mirror somewhere, so let's clear the dungeons while I'm looking for it. And let's see, what dungeon is she going into next? She can clear them all except for Swamp Palace. That's the only one she can't go into. So where's she most likely to go into next? Probably Ice Palace?
Ice Palace is a real quick one. She's got the
more checks than Meyer.
And not only that, right? I mean, she's put off Pod Eastern so far. Probably hoping to combo them. Of course, Mirror is probably in one of those two. And as our restreamer Ricky of Kokiri postulated, yes, it was Mothula on the top. There's only certain bosses who can be in certain arenas, and Mothula fit the bill here.
Right, and still nothing on that rattly, well, I'd say rattly snaky boy, rattly mothy boy, just flapping around with all those rattling joints in his wings. Okay, so the quest for the mirror continues. It's still not Amarith's game to lose. If if we last locate that mirror, it could still go either way.
Jaws now found out that Hookshot is on Lumberjack, so he is headed straight for our Agino 1, and he will go get that Hookshot in just a jiffy. May go right back to Mothula / Argus, I don't know. But knowing that is there, he also might opt to explore the mountain like Amarith is doing. Possible quick medallion needed.
Yep, Amarith gonna finish off these checks. Okay, she is gonna finish on Spike Cave. I was wondering, hey, why didn't you go into Hookshot Cave first to just finish off Super Bunny? But that means she is committed to full clearing the mountain. As much of it as she can, anyway, without that quake. Oh, yeah. Chat pointing out she did skip Spiral Cave, and I'm looking at her tracker, and that's correct.
Let's hope for her. Mirror is not in Spiral Cave.
Yeah, probably not a mistake to skip it. Probably that was probably the one choice she decided to, let's orphan this one check. It's so slow compared to every other check up here. Was that both boomerangs?
It should be, yeah.
No, I meant were both boomerangs in Hookshot Cave?
Yeah, I think so. I definitely saw one, and both trackers our tracker has lit up both of them.
Yeah, and I saw safety powder. Okay, Tracker's saying the other one was in Super Bunny Cave, so they were close. They were very near to each other. All right, the only safety we're really missing out on here is the bug net that we've kind of want.
Magic.
Oh yeah, that would be really nice.
That'd be nice.
All right, Spike Cave. So Amarith's gonna save and quit off the end of this because we're not making it back to that last check over there in Spiral Cave. So hopefully that's not the mirror. And just our 20 bucks that we already found on Jawsome's side. All right, where to? 8. Okay. Oh,
That's
hey,
nice.
are we going to Ice Rock Cave? We're going to Ice Rock Cave first.
Very early on.
She had all those little checks that she was skipping, which made her less behind Jaws earlier. And yeah, expect her to see her. Yeah, she still has Smith Chain as well that she didn't touch yet.
But she has the option to dip and finish Ice Palace. I gotta believe she's gonna go for dungeons over Smith Chain.
Yeah, absolutely. You do Ice Palace now because what's over there in the Dark World? Her tracker shows that she didn't clear out Thieves Town. That might have been she just didn't right click it at the end. She also has not. We haven't seen Powder, fake or real, on the Magic Bat. But again, that's dungeons first. you clear out Ice Palace first. You clear out Pod first. And you even clear out Meyer first. And yeah, we've got 4 crystals we can clear before we worry about it.
Yeah, depending on the mirror location, she might not even need to do Smith.
Yep, you only have to do Smith if mirror's on the Smith chain.
Oh, bomb strats.
Yep. Doesn't have that tempered. Hey, speaking of safety items we want. Okay, now it's just half magic we want. We can pick up those fairies. We can turn anti-fairies into fairies. We're feeling pretty good. Amarith getting that spin to knock the Pen Gators away. Still has the lag because she wasn't able to one-hit KO them. Meanwhile, Jaws probably going to go check Catfish like Amarith did after the ledge. Maybe just a save and quit. We'll see.
So I wonder if he would do Pod here too, because no reason not to. He's got everything to finish it. Hookshot's not gonna matter, but he saves and quits.
Yeah, if you're not doing Catfish, you're so fluting to 5 and taking the portal in is actually faster than walking to Pod from Catfish.
Okay.
So it would actually be quicker to save and quit from Catfish and then re-flute. Granted, he doesn't necessarily know that. But he does know where he's getting that hook shot here. Uh-oh. The book. That doesn't feel good.
Only opens up the one check, though.
Yeah,
no,
it opens up...
Wait, we don't have mirror, so it opens up Desert Palace also. So
it also opens up the Ether Tablet. That's the one that feels really bad, is that Ether Tablet. We've already been on the mountain, and now...
That's the one I was thinking of, because Bombo's tablet is mirror-locked anyway, so...
Yeah. You know, it also checks the PED. And PED is still on the table.
Hanging on by a thread, but it's there.
Yeah, it could still be that mirror, and now we have it. I kinda... Okay, now I could see Amarith doing Smith Chain before she finishes her next dungeon. Maybe do a little poke at the ped. Well, actually, no. You just flute away from there. You wouldn't do the Smith Chain along with it.
Now, before Jaws goes back into Skull Woods, he would probably do ped. He may.
Oh.
But Amarith has no reason to even consider it. This is assuming Jaws gets the books in.
I could still see Amarith checking Ped, just not logically tying it to Smith Chain. Since you have that flute, there's no reason to stack them together.
So we got a Quake medallion, and we did say that Turtle Rock was Quake locked.
Yeah, now we have 2 reasons we might want to go up there. All right, did we get that big key? We got that big key.
That's a lot of items in TR.
Yep, that's 7.
Mm-hmm.
Plus 8 if you count. Well, you don't count Mimic. You're looking for Mirror. Alright, Amarith's just doing that funny block push to get through that room as fast as possible. And she's going to drop into the boss here. I don't think she's done a map check, so I don't think she knows who she's dropping in on, but she could take care of whoever's down here. She's well set. And it is vanilla ice cream.
All right, the big set of puffs.
Yep.
She's only got Master Sword, so it's going to take a little bit longer. Does she have a potion to fill back up with magic, maybe?
Yeah, she never used that blue potion. She also got to save some of her magic by cloning her fire rod shots with the sword beams. It's a little trick where if you land the shot of the sword beam simultaneously with the fire rod hitting, you'll get a second fire rod hit. The game gets a little confused and thinks you hit Cold Star twice with the fire rod. So, little way to save some magic. It's possible to actually open up Cold Star there with only 4 fire rod shots if you do it perfectly. Still no mirror though. Still looking. We full cleared a dungeon and found nothing. Gotta save and quit, and where does she go from here? Probably a dungeon, might check Ped. And we're going to pod.
Josh showing off the rupee room.
Oh, we're not going to pod
first. I'm
first.
sure why.
Interesting. I kind of disagree with going into finishing Eastern first, because Amarith's only got 1 or 2 checks left in here. Let's see if I can see on her tracker if she marked it. Yeah, she's got 1 check left in here. Meanwhile, Pod has a embarrassment of riches. So if you found the mirror in Pod, you'd save a lot more time.
Sure, but it's going to be pretty quick for her to go back. She doesn't need to do all of the right side, the east side of East Palace. So might as well just go for it, get the boss, and then hey, if you stumble on the mirror, good. If not, you got a crystal out of it. Plus, it's just a quick shot down to the 5 spot in the flute.
Oh hey, we got a big old eyeball monster, and okay, this is a good strategy to use. Take note, if you want to do this fight very safely, Cape and Master Sword is a viable option, because every time you're swinging your sword, you are not losing magic off of your meter. So even with Master Sword, you can sit on Igor with the Cape and just slash, and usually you can get all of the little eyeballs down, if not all but 1 or 2 of them, before you run out of magic, even without half magic. And as fast as I say all that, look, he's gone. No more eyeball monster.
No mirror either.
Yep.
So, I don't know. Pod's got to be the play now. You full clear it, get all your items. After that's a choice. What do you do?
Yeah, and that's how Jaws is looking for either now. We're both a mirror away from go mode, so it's going to get a little tighter as time goes on. Now Amarith's a little ahead on checks, so if the more funnily it is, and the more I don't know how to describe this. Amarith's way ahead right now. She's probably about 10 minutes ahead. So
I don't know if I can quantify it, but we can say, look, she's still down a misery mire, but she is up both the whole mountain and Tower Para crystal and the Skullwoods crystal. So, and she's about to be even on Eastern Palace. Yeah, she's definitely got the advantage here.
How far ahead she is, I suppose, is dependent on where that mirror ends up being. Like, if it's in, for example, if it happens to be in Spiral Cave, then she might not be ahead at all.
That's right. She did skip that on her travel up the mountain. But all other things being equal, yeah, if they both come across it here in Palace of Darkness, that's go mode for Amarith. I guess it'd be go mode for both of them, really.
Oh hey, Lumaga, it's the 1 hour mark. There's something we like to do on restreams that are about the hour mark. It's time to thank you, the viewer, for tuning in. This is game 2 of Amarith versus Jawsomesauce in the Challenge Cup, round of 16, or are we on 32? I always forget.
32.
The round of 32, and we should thank Ricky of Kokiri for putting this restream on, making it possible for me and my co-coms Lumaga. I've been John the Branch for this 1 hour, and pushing all the other buttons that make those trackers down there work is Scupula, who was in Amarith's group, or were you? Yeah, was in Amarith's group in the pools for Challenge Cup.
Amarith up 1-0 in this series so far. Winner of this series will go on to face Tracefire in round 3 of the Challenge Cup.
Oh yeah, game 2. Hey, if you we're gonna go back and watch game 1, cover your ears because game 1 ended kind of in a bit of a nail biter. Amarith was actually considerably behind. She spent 2 or 3 minutes trying to mimic clip. She wanted to save a potion because it was that open hard mode. So she was trying to mimic clip here in pod, and ended up giving up on it because she was just shaky, had nerves or something, and gave up, used the bottle, and by the time she was done, down all that time, and would have lost, but Scupula, hey, there's a sword. Or not Scupula, sorry. Jawsome ran out of magic on that Ganon fight, had to go fill up a bottle, and that was more than enough time for Amarith to come back.
Crazy match. The VOD is available on GoMod Podcast. If you're interested in that, check it out. There's Tempered Sword.
Yeah. Both runners, assuming Amarith doesn't, well, she wasn't able to go only right, so she's gonna get that tempered as well. And hey, this seed got a lot less scary. Nobody likes doing Master Sword Silverless. It's something these runners are capable of, but it takes forever, gosh darn forever. Without half magic, it feels bad, even with bottles full. It just takes so long. It's 24 spins?
Yeah, 24 spins.
Just on the final form.
Yeah. So here's something Jaws realized, I think, from game 1. If you don't have the mirror, go do Helmasaur first. Don't.
Yep.
Don't go into the big chest dark maze and then have to kill yourself to get a death warp. Instead, go to the boss, then go to the left side, and then save and quit.
Oh yeah, my gambit here is always actually go full right. Hope the big key's on the right. Hope you have a small key and a big key, and you can just go full right all the way to the boss, and then come back and do every other check in the dungeon.
I love
Amarith's not going to the boss though. Interesting. Amarith deciding not to. Does she know that the boss is logically locked, perhaps?
Is it? Help me out here.
Wait, she didn't do the boss already, did she?
No. No, she's not done Helmasaur or the boss.
Yeah.
But
kind of interesting to see her not going for the boss before clearing the back.
Let's see who's in Helmasaur's room today. Just blind, which is not great with the spikes on top.
Yeah, she doesn't even tell a pun. Not great for multiple reasons. Nothing in Harmless LA. Okay, did Amarith do the... Did she do the left side here? Oh, she's gonna... Okay. She's gonna hammer yump and then come back around. This is silly, Amarith. But whatever, you do you. She's got the big key. So at least she can open up this chest. I'm not sure how much time you're really saving if your alternative is to just walk back through the maze a second time. Meanwhile, still no mirror. Boss does not have the mirror. So we are still looking for it.
And I've lost our track of our items here, how many we've got counted. But we've only got, I think, the 2 here one left here in the top corner.
I think it might be a dungeon item. I haven't seen either the map or the oh wait, no, those are shuffled, so never mind. Okay, yeah, it was an item. Yeah, everything's an item that's not a key.
So we've seen all of Palace of Darkness now.
Yep, it's not here. So, last dungeon it could be in is Mire. Well, no, it can't be a Mire. We've cleared Mire.
It could be Turtle Rock. It could be Desert. And Desert.
Apologies. Last Crystal dungeon.
Sure. Yes, because we do know both of those are pendants. Desert is a green pendant, though, so it's 1 extra item. There's already going to be 4 items in there, so you might as well get a 5th.
I think if you're Amarith, you check Ped and you start the Smith chain. You do Magic Bat first. She also hasn't checked Aegina's cave, though, so that could take her over to the desert. You've got that first sphere check just sitting there.
Oh, and it feels so bad to abandon that.
You just gotta pretend it doesn't exist this far into the seed. Alright, Jaws, being on a little bit better of a route, also starting the dungeon a little earlier, is going to be able to jet out of here in a second. Now, where does he go next?
Well, he's not done Ice Palace, doesn't have the Quake Medallion, does not have the book either, so can't do Desert nor TR. I guess he's either going to finish out Skull, or he's going to do Ice. Oh, yeah. He's not done the mountain, though.
Right? Yeah, he hasn't really been up the mountain. He might go up there. Yeah.
So there's Hera for him, too.
Oh,
last second, ditching the bird.
Oh, Amarith has sword beams for blind. That's going to make phase 1 easy. Let's see if she can keep that for phase 2 and just keep on sword beaming.
Jaws, what is this?
This is forgetting what Desert Palace was. Yeah, he doesn't have that marked. He's never talked to Saha.
He has not, right. So before he made his decision on which one to do, Ice or I don't know, Skull, he wanted to see what it was, or the mountain rather.
I don't think he had full crystal pendant knowledge, and that completed it for him.
Yep. As our tracker completes the prizes on Jawsomesauce's side, that is the last one he was missing.
All right, so he finished. Oh no, he hasn't finished that Argus and Mothula's area. So yeah, that's the place to go. You know you have to do it. All right. Meanwhile, Amarith, pet check? Nope. Looks like she's gonna do the moth, or not moth, the magic bat first. Yeah, that makes sense. This is one check that's about as fast as checking the ped, and if your item's here, then you've got it. It's even in logic. And it is drumroll. Not our mirror.
Not the mirror.
Okay, where to next, Amarith? You could flute to 6. You could flute back to 1. You could flute back to 3.
She's got to do Mire at this point because that's the last crystal dungeon she has open.
She doesn't have. Oh, you're right. I forgot that was a crystal she hasn't done yet. But she's going desert first. What? Does she forget that she has Mire access? I don't understand this play.
Ether is marked as Misery Mire on Amarith's tracker, so it's a conscious choice, I think.
Yeah. Does she actually have her full crystal pendant knowledge? What's it marked on her tracker? Yeah. Yeah, her tracker's got everything correct on it.
Yeah.
maybe she feels behind? But why don't you go... I still think you do Meyer first.
I think you do Meyer first, too. And I also think she feels behind because of the loaded Kakariko at the beginning of the seed, which she skipped for 12 minutes, 15 minutes.
Yeah, possibly. Maybe she just got her dungeons backwards. Oh, it's because she's only going to do the front here, and she's going to pop out Aegina's, and then she'll finish off the dungeon later. That's what she's doing. She's treating the front of Desert like an overworld check.
Okay, I'll buy that.
Let's see if I'm right. Meanwhile, where is Jaws going? Jaws is going into Ice Palace, where we know he'll find nothing but a crystal.
No. He will find Quake, and I believe Book was in there too.
Oh, okay. A crystal
so that
and
opens
things
up a lot.
Yeah, and that means when he does go, because he still hasn't gone up that mountain. He's gonna have a lot to check up there. All right, Amarith is going into Meyer. This is a good call. She's already done the shed, and she is setting up to toss that bird. So, she's gonna toss the bird. Everybody, get ready. Get ready for the hype. Are you ready for the hype? Has this murder-dactyl given you grief before? Well, we're gonna very glibly drop it into the drink because we want to insult it. And there we go. Bird tossed, seed blessed.
Gone forever.
Until the next seed. Amarith farming up her sword beams so she can clear the parlor here first. Or faster first. She's definitely not clearing it first.
No.
Amarith, you don't need... You got all the whiz robes. It's fine.
No, she was going to pick up that heart, but she also hooked it. There's a very weird frame rule where if you get that heart with the hook, sometimes it counts double. Maybe trying to get that full health again.
Yep. What other small items do that? I think also small magic decanters can give you double. I know you can't get double rupees. I think you can get double bombs.
I've only been fortunate enough to see it with hearts, so I couldn't tell you.
All right. Still looking for this mirror.
Yep, Jaws making his way deeper into Ice Palace. This is the book chest, if I'm not mistaken. And then Quake is somewhere near the Freezer room, or in the Freezer room.
Okay, if you're these runners, where do you go next? Amarith... Oh, right, she can't finish Desert because she doesn't have the mirror to get in there the fast way. So, But
she has the book.
Yeah, so she can get in the slow way.
Yeah, it's just not going to be right after this.
No, it's. I think you check Ped next if you're a Amarith, and then if you don't find it, you go up the mountain. Well, I mean, there's also red crystal turn-in. We got those 2 red crystal dungeons down.
Oh, that's true. We forgot all about the pyramid.
Yeah, it just feels bad and isolated right now, but maybe you do Smith Chain.
There's a lot of isolated checks. So yes, she has Smith Chain. You just mentioned pyramids available, and there's also Ether Tablet. Gross.
Yeah, well, you do Ether Tablet with TR and Spiral Cave for sure. All right, let's see Jaws do this fight. He does not have sword beams. He's going to use all of his magic pot up. But hey, we've got Tempered this time, so this fight is still probably going to be even faster, especially if we get those vanilla ice cream puffs in the corner. I don't know why they're colored pink like strawberry, because this is vanilla ice cream. This is the normal dungeon for Cold Stare. And Amarith on 5 out of 8 checks. I can't believe. Oh yeah, because we have the compass. It's telling her on the screen. Yeah, she is still hunting for that last item or two.
All right, Jaws, where are you going next?
Gotta save quit.
Yep, looking for that mirror in his bag.
Yeah, it's not in your inventory.
Okay, here's the mountain play. Here's
all right.
What is this? Oh gosh, Spiral. So Paradox, Spiral, All Dark Death Mountain. He's got the book. He can check Ether Tablet, whereas Amarith could not.
He can also go into TR.
Ooh, this is interesting.
Yeah, we might get a little more divergence. We might see someone pull ahead here. Because we're probably gonna see him do Hera before, right? We're gonna see him do Hera before he does anything in the Dark World. He's done Spike Cave too, so he's even less likely to orphan Spiral Cave.
Right. Yeah, he did do Spike Cave. I think Amarith also ended up doing that, so she has less of a reason to come up here. It would just be for TR and Ether Tablet. If she had one more check, maybe it would be more enticing.
Amarith did set up her spooky, so get ready for some spooky action here in the mire. She's gonna fire that fire rod at that little spike there, make it flip the switch to her will. There it goes. Which means she's gonna fire another fire rod shot at this anti-fairy, except she was a little low. She was a little low again. You didn't lose your spooky, Amarith. You're just shooting low.
Yeah, she could have hit it one more time.
Yeah. All right, let's see if she powders one of these anti-fairies. Nope, she's just going to wait to powder the last one right before the boss. She knows how to do this all on foot very consistently. Is she setting up prize on the eyes, forgetting that it's probably not vitreous? Okay, no, she's just being very safe. Or maybe she was setting up prize on the eyes.
She may have been setting that up. That would have been fun to see if this was not boss randomizer.
And also, we didn't have powder, so we can just powder ourselves up. Oh, yes, because it is Trinex. So, she was checking the prize packs on those guys. Oh, what was it? I missed what was on the Ether Tablet.
Heart piece.
Okay.
So here's kind of an evening of the seed. So Hera is very quick. Amarith is catching up here on Misery Mire. And now it's down to, I don't know, weird checks.
Yep, it's down to checks you don't like to do. All right, so one last time. Inventory of Amarith's possible checks. She has TR, Ether Tablet, and Spiral Cave. She has...
And Smith Chain.
Yep, she has finishing... Yeah, well, I was going to say, I'm grouping them together. She has Smith Chain and Ped Check and Red Crystal. And then she also has... She did not do Aegina's Cave. Aegina's Cave and the Finishing Off Desert, plus charting in that green pen. Those are her options. Yeah, it's probably on Laser Bridge. Chloe, yeah, you're probably right.
It's going to be there. Because it can be there.
There's... Amarith has 7 checks. Actually, she might have more. She does not have Hera completely marked off, which means there might also be something in Hera basement.
There is one in the basement that she did not get earlier.
Yeah.
Gosh, I wonder if Joss is going to get that first.
And she's not setting up to go there. Oh, wait. She doesn't have mirror, so she has to come up the right side. She might actually do Ether Tablet and check Hera basement and then do Spiral Cave and then go into TR. That is a very plausible route. Now, what if Jawsome goes into the basement here and both of these players get their mirror at about the same time? That would put Amarith just ahead by nothing.
No, that's why I say this is an evening of the seed right here.
She's only ahead on checks now.
Jaws is doing it. You have to. Otherwise, you're committing to a long TR dungeon when the mirror may be in the basement.
Yeah. Yeah, if you're Amarith, you don't want it to be here. You want it to be in like Spiral Cave so that Jaws does it a little bit later. Well, he's probably going straight back to Spiral Cave after this, so that probably doesn't help. You probably want it in TR because that's her next place she goes into after this, after Spiral Cave, and he's got a few checks in the Dark World first. All right, and the tiles are just going. This is our coffee break.
This is
we
the
call
time
it coffee
if you wanna
break.
get some evening tea or a glass of water or something.
Grab a quick snack. Reply to your Discord pings that you've been getting all race, perhaps.
This is the content that you come for. All right, is it mirror or are we going somewhere else?
Oh, Jaws, quit holding out on us. Quit holding out. And oh, it's a compass to another dungeon. Oh, Jaws, wow, that's a save and quit. Is that the quickest way to get back over to the other side of the mountain, or is he fluting somewhere else? He could be fluting somewhere else. Well, what other else is there to flute to? This is your density. No, he's just walking back. This might be quicker.
I have doubts, but it could be.
Not if you're getting dead rocked, though. All right, so this is good for Amarith. She's gonna get to Spiral Cave faster. She's gonna get to Spiral Cave first. Oh yeah, well that's how we know. She's gonna get to Spiral Cave first, and she left after, so this is definitely slower. All right, is the mirror in Spiral Cave? And is that Jaws' next stop? No, he's going into the Dark World first. He's orphaning Spiral Cave for now. All right, if you're Amarith, now you really want it to be in Spiral Cave. And it is Bombos. Absolutely nothing.
That's all
Not
three
even
medallions, but Jaws is missing Quake out of Ice Palace.
Oh, Jaws didn't full clear Ice Palace?
No, that was in Ice Tea Room, I believe, and he skipped it.
Oh wow, whoa, that's that could be really bad. Could be really good if it's on Purple Chest or
or in Saha or Desert Palace. What did we get all of Desert Palace, or are we still missing one on Landless?
We're missing. Yeah, she might have counted, and there might be. Her tracker says Desert Palace still has one item.
Okay, well, there's one on Landless, one behind it on the Green Pendant. And Spiral Cave too. We didn't see, did we? Oh, it was Pamos. We got it. Yep.
Yeah. Oh, we're taking bets on just where it is in TR. If it's in TR, it's on Laser Bridge, right? I mean, that's where all the items always are.
It's you gotta have all your or Laser Bridge. It's very early or very late.
Yeah, you need a bunch of. You need all the space left over for keys in this dungeon at the front, because you need so many keys to get through it. Alright, well there's the big one. If this was a go modable dungeon, you'd love to see that. Means you could skip the lava chest. But if we're skipping the lava chest, it's because we've already got the mirror, and we've mirrored out already.
Yeah, you're going to go hard in this dungeon. You got to get everything.
Magic back, gonna be nothing. Okay, Jaws was not planning on pairing that up with any of the other CAC checks. He could also ped check. He's got that option. Although if you're Amarith, you're finishing this dungeon off. You're probably not checking ped at all at this point. You're just gonna blind pull it if you finish off Trinex here, and you haven't found it yet. You probably do that right before. Yeah, at this point, I would say you finish this dungeon, then you go finish Desert. You do pull ped. And then you finish Smith Chain.
Yep. Yeah, no reason not to. You're gonna. That's exactly the route you're gonna have to take.
And then you Pyramid Ferry at the end if that's where your mirror is. You feel really bad, but hey, it looks like both runners are last locating it there at this rate if that's where it is. Someone in chat pointing out that it is faster to check ped, and if it's not your last location, just with the book to see what it is. And yes, that's true, but it's not nearly as hype. And every runner in the world will eat that 5-second time loss to blind pull ped.
Yep. Don't let your memes be dreams.
What's a 5-second time loss in the Challenge Cup when you could be blind pulling ped?
I mean, it could be the game. So I totally.
I mean, throwing that bird cost an extra second. We still did it. Seen a couple rage slashes from both of the runners this seed. Amarith finished off Uncle. She was not happy about having to finish Escape so early. All right, well, here's another chance for Jaws to pull ahead because he went into Desert before finishing off Ice Palace, which is a good call. So if he goes back to the front of the dungeon, which he's doing.
Yeah, he doesn't have much choice. At least Amarith, when she was in here, had a choice to not do Landless and go do Misery Mire. Jaws, this is like one of the few things he has.
Yep. And let's see if Amarith accidentally tries to find her mirror here and mirror over to Mimic Cave, or if she goes, okay, yeah, she's going right for the big chest. And there's our small key, so Crystal Roller Room could have our item, could have our mirror.
No, like you said, it's Laser Bridge. Last chest on Laser Bridge.
Probably on Laser Bridge.
Or Agina or Ped or some other gross place like Purple Chest, which we've isolated and nobody wants to go to.
Green Pendant turn in. Okay, well, yeah, it definitely was not Crystal Roller Room.
So, just as an aside, there's debate in chat on what you were saying, pull ped, don't pull ped. You're right. Chat is right. It is a bit of a long animation, but some MSU packs, they do change the music when you pull the ped. So that alone could be worth it.
I mean, it's required to pull ped in every Katamari MSU seed, right?
Right.
And
all right, we're on Laser Bridge.
Oh, and there it is, first check. All right, we're out.
That's go mode for a marathon. 1 hour, 30 minutes, 20-some seconds.
And only about 15 minutes left on the seed. We'll be done. We'll be done in time for everyone's bedtime, hopefully. Unless you have an early bedtime on the East Coast, or you're watching this from anywhere in Europe, then it's well past your bedtime. Go to bed.
Good morning. All right, so Swamp Palace on to Ganis Tower. And yes, that medallion that's in the iced tea room, Quake, is... I don't know if Jaws ever going to go back there.
It's going to take him a while to get back. And this entire seed could have turned on a dime because both of these runners have been making skips like that. I mean, Amarith had skipped the Hera basement earlier where it could have been. That could have made a huge difference. She left Spiral Cave for a very long time. What other checks did she leave for a long time? There were a few
the entire village.
Well, yeah, but I mean, isolated checks. Agina's, she left the back of Desert Palace. If that had been on Landmolus or Green Pendant, we'd be seeing the exact opposite at the end of the seed here. Now, again, she's completed a lot more checks than Jawsome has. I think if Jawsome plays the seed out, she's going to have I don't know. No, they're going to have very similar clear rates because he's going to take a long time to get back to Iced Tea. But if you just magically Game Genie that mirror into his inventory right now, Amarith is probably about 10 checks ahead, I would guess.
With Purple Rock plus a few others, that sounds about right.
Yeah. Where are you going, Jaws? Oh, he hasn't done Catfish yet. Yep, that's a place where Amir can be. Forgetting that he's got both of the red crystals down, he probably doesn't have red crystal knowledge, even though he's got them both. If he paused his screen, he'd see them in there. You definitely want to route Red Crystal turn in with going into the, especially because he walked into the portal in front of the Hyrule Castle.
Because if Swamp is a Red Crystal, great, no problem, you're not going to get Pyramid, but he's got everything else. He should know if Pyramid's open to him.
Mm-hmm.
He should want to know if Pyramid is open to him.
All right, well, Marathon Go mode. I don't think she's checking chests unless, well, I don't know. There are so few chests left in the game. Statistically, you're getting more likely to have those silvers somewhere in your way. So maybe you check these 2 chests. Maybe you check the waterfall chest in here. Yep, she's hunting for silvers.
Yeah, don't blame her, but only the chests that are almost right in your way or within arm's reach.
Yeah, she might not even push the block here in the waterfall room. Oh, she is. Okay. That's her threshold. She didn't bomb the wall, but she did push a block.
Where could Jaws be going?
Did he miss a check in Thieves Town?
This is purple chest. He's done Smith, but he's got the purple chest.
Yep. And that's when he's going to turn in, or not. We'll see if he saves and quits here. Yep, okay, save and quit. He's not doing purple chest. Or, I mean, sorry, he's not doing red crystal.
So, forgive me. I have not been keeping great track of our bosses, so I'm trying to figure out what are the bosses we could run into here in Ganon's Tower, which we are about to get to.
Oh yeah, there's a game we play.
When Amarith gets this last crystal.
Yeah. Yeah. Do we have a bot to command, or is it just? Yeah, I think there's a way we can.
There's a bot.
Let's try the bot.
Let's wait for, I think, the restreamer to take care of it, and then you can put in some numbers.
Oh, there it is. All right, good old 3. So those numbers you see popping up in chat, that's a little game we like to play in Link to the Past Randomizer, where you guess which chest the Ganon's Tower big key is in. And there are 22 possible places for it to be in a one of these style of seeds. It's not every seed has that many possibilities, but most of them do. And yeah, it could guess 1 through 22. You might get lucky. There you go. That's how you do it. -3 is not going to win you the bet unless nobody guesses anything a fair distance away from what the actual number it is. It is actually possible to win on 23 or 24 if it's 22 and nobody guessed, say, above 18, because the bot will select the closest.
Positive integers up to 22 will probably be best for you.
Yeah, I don't know if the bot knows what a negative number is.
So you said 3. I said 8.
Yeah, I like 3 because I like the torch, Bob's torch. That nice. Bonkable torch.
Here is the red crystal knowledge for Jaws, which I guess he doesn't have enough maps to determine it, or maybe he figured it out and, well, there's the red bomb.
Yep. And at the same time, Amarith is opening up GT. We're going in. Not quite fully loaded. Still don't have silvers, but hey, you know what? Tempered, silverless, that's fine. We've roasted plenty of pigs with this kit before. And going into Hope Room. Let's see if she finds a key. Now, she set something up when she fluted into 1, but you're not going to see it because she didn't get a small key in Hope Room there. There's actually a spooky action glitch in GT if you know how to set it up, and she does, and she loves to show it off, but not going to get that chance this seed. Oh, and there is a key on that torch, but it's just,
key that she could use.
Just a vanilla small key, unfortunately. So that was check number 3. Going into the Stalfos room are going to be checks 4 through 7. All right, and it was not silvers, and it was not a sword in the Pyramid Fairy.
No,
There's
so
our big
back to
key.
something else.
All right.
What number is that?
That was number 7.
Lucky number 7.
Yeah.
And the return to Ice Palace, all the way down into Ice Tea Room.
Yep.
Jaws knows where it is.
How appropriate, Talwin 7, that you won on number 7. Congratulations. As you've heard many times, you have just won the booby prize. It is a lifetime supply of Link to the Past randomizer seeds, which you can generate on Sawhawbot whenever you want. Oh, Krellbell also bet 7. Good job, Krellbell. Didn't know you were here even. And Amarith gonna keep up here. Probably gonna use Fire Rod as her primary climbing weapon. Generally, it's nice to just pick a good fast weapon if you're stacked on it. If you've got silvers, it's often silvers. If you've got half magic, it's often Fire Rod.
And with half magic, absolutely. And these Stalfos don't have a burn animation, so they just die.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you don't like to get the Zyzaxes here with Fire Rod, but if they keep pulling their distance, which they normally don't, they're normally nice and walk straight into you, right into your sword. It's really convenient. Like these guys, like usually you can get a slash and then you dash into that second one. Well, you know what? She's making it through just fine. We've got powder. Oh, don't even need powder.
And a fairy.
Not when this. If a red Zyzax just drops a fairy, why bother getting your powder out? All right. Oh, hey, look where Jawsome is. Did we mention where he's at?
Yeah, I did. He's got that long path to Ice Tea Room. This is our first land molest we've seen.
Yeah, and it's vanilla.
And the only land molest we will see.
Oh, he can't dig into the suspended platform in the Moldorm 2 arena? I suppose not. Alright, well, it being not a real Enemizer seed, just boss shuffle, Amarith is going to make quick work of this bog standard climb up here. She's got all the gear she could possibly want to get up here, minus, I don't know, I guess silvers could be nice, more bottles, I don't know. She's pretty well...
I think she's got it.
Yeah. Can't do this climb much faster than this.
But here's the question I was going to ask as she started the gauntlet. Does she still feel behind?
Probably. You probably fell behind this whole seed.
Mm-hmm. I would think so too.
This is one of those seeds where you're going to feel behind. With how early it can open up, there's so many directions to just perfectly route it. If you get lucky, like if this is a qualifier seed, somebody finishes it in an hour and 20 minutes or less. So
probably
these runners can feel that, they can sense that by like where the items have been placed in it. So they're gonna be comparing themselves to that jet seed time because your brain just assumes, okay, well my opponent did everything right. And Mothula number 2. A very impotent Mothula. Does not take much here.
Yeah, he's not so tough.
Hey, Mothula replaced Moldorm twice in this seed. And one last check for silvers. Nope, you get a time loss. You find out what the Desert Palace boss was if you walk back into Desert Palace, which we're not gonna, because that's slow. What was the Desert Palace boss? I can't remember.
That was Moldorm.
Okay.
Yeah, so we did finally get to see that.
All right, and Amarith, did she study for her trigonometry test? Let's find out. Okay, the Aghanim's are not in their underwear, so that's a good sign.
This is not a dream.
All right, gets a single and then a double. Still got 3 left to go. She's probably going to get a double on this one. Let's see. Nope. Just shanks that last shot. She's still got 2 bounces left. Oh, I was wrong. I counted poorly. I failed my counting test. She was one ahead of me. All right, well, it's time to go skewer a pig. I think she has at least a green bottle, so she can sit with a cape through all of phase 1 and 2 and hug walls. This fight's trivial.
Yeah, half magic, no problem.
Yeah, the only thing she has to worry about is falling down. She's not gonna run out of magic like a certain someone did on the last race. In fact, let me think. What does she have? I think she might actually have 3 bottles.
Well, I remember during the Cold Stare fight, I think I mentioned, she's got a green potion in case she wants to refill magic. So there's at least that.
Well, not even using the cape, just hookshotting. Taking some hits for her hubris.
Careful.
Getting into quick phase 3 here, though, so as long as she can stop the cycle of fire bats, which she has, fight's basically over as long as she doesn't take another fire bat on phase 4.
And avoids falls.
And here we go to phase 4. Those tiles crumble away. Did you find my... Oh my gosh, Amarith, if you had finished Laser Bridge...
The last few.
If you had finished Laser Bridge...
to be fair, it could have been on the boss, to be fair.
Yeah, it could have been. All right, she's setting up for her we call these baby triples in the community. You light that bottom torch, you get a spin when he's on the bottom, you get a spin when he's on the top, you get a spin when he's on the bottom there, and then when he's on the top, you light the torch again. Oh, she's going for the big boy triples where you shoot the fire rod down and you can alternate your triples. This is classy. This is tough. Oh. Almost. And unfortunately, turn again in blue and you lose 2 of your spins. You lose 2 on the cycle, you just gotta wait.
She had a good rhythm going.
Yeah, she did. And looks like she's... just barely missed it, but at least she didn't turn in blue this time. Yeah, remember, she feels far behind. She doesn't know how far ahead she is. And the pig is dead. Get your GGs in chat for Amarith Alterna. She is advancing to the round of 16 to face Trayman Spire, Doctor of Hammerology. Yeah, good job, Amarith. I'm proud of my girl. Jawsome, proud of you too. He's looks like he might finish out the seed. I can go check on that.
Well, either way, we'll see if we can get Amarith in the interview room shortly.
Oh, hello.
We are joined by Amarith and Jawsomesauce. GG's, both of you.
GG.
Oh, geez. So we were talking a little bit while the restream was catching up to us finishing, and Jaws went and found out where exactly those silvers were. Jaws.
Well, it's funny.
There they are on the restream.
You turn off
one more chest.
So I play for a few more minutes just for the fun of it. It is Trinex, vanilla, and silvers for the next box. So, I'm like, I'm going to get my money's worth out of this time, and I played for about 2 more minutes.
Yeah, we just got the message from Ganon that the silvers were in Turtle Rock, and we figured they were on Laser Bridge, but one more chest would have gotten them.
No one should check the next chest.
It's just silly.
Yeah,
it is.
Especially how bad that mirror just feels, even if you make, even the skips that I made getting to there, it's just like, ugh.
The kids watching, sometimes the gamble you make is the worst one possible.
Well, you both made several gambles. It's not like you made one bad gamble. You both made several very interesting gambles.
Sure.
Amarith, did you just forget Spiral Cave up at the first time you were up the mountain?
No, I intentionally left it.
Okay.
Same thing.
Because I was like, I don't want to go through all that just to check it. I got Kane and Burna and these bottles. It's like, if anything, it's probably Spike more than Spiral, so I'd rather check that and just skip that for now. I'll get that if I have to go to Turtle Rock.
And it was in Turtle Rock, which was behind that quake, which Well, Jaws, you didn't have, because both of you were making decisions like this all seed. This could have turned on a dime. Amarith skipped Hera basement check very early on, and that could have been where it was. Amarith didn't finish Desert Palace because she realized, oh, wait a minute, this is my pendant dungeon. This is the pendant dungeon. I want to go to the Crystal dungeon. That's over in Mire, and just ducked out after a couple checks. We're guessing that's what you did. Actually, yeah. What was up with going into the desert there?
Well, it was because I wanted to check it before because I didn't have the mirror. So it was like, well, there's 3 checks in there, and they're relatively quickly compared to full clearing Mire. If the mirror is there, then I can just go mode Mire.
Okay, that makes sense. Yeah. Oh, you're effectively. Yeah, okay. You're checking both dungeons simultaneously because it's not like checking Mire is actually faster if you... Okay, I get it. Sorry. I get it, but I can't articulate it back to you.
So, Amarith,
what were some of those...
I gotta ask. I think it might have been 12 minutes or so until you went into Kakariko, maybe even longer. And Jaws had found all the goodies that he needed for most of the seed by then. Run me through what you were thinking when you skipped over the best Kakariko I've seen all tournament.
Well, when you're going to Kakariko at about 18 minutes, and after spying the hook shot on Lumberjack, you're like, well, there's probably at least like 4 or 5 items here in Kakariko. I'm probably going to get Dark World access. Like, this just feels bad. So let's just start planning out some skips now.
Especially after that death in Dark Cross, right? I assume you were hoping for a key in Dark Cross and then that extra sword in the back of Escape and a lamp, so you could just, you were hoping for the dream, right?
I was hoping for literally anything, because it's just like, if I have a sword or any sort of thing that'll guide me through the dark, I'll go for Dark Cross, 3 hearts green mail, like, easy every time. Like, unless the snakes are really just bullies like they were that time, like, you can usually get through without trouble.
Yeah, we had said it on commentary, but Jaws actually had a much better Dark Cross because he had not checked in for the tier 2 tree pole, so he hadn't been far enough into the prize pack to exhaust those early hearts that dropped out of those guards. So he was getting them off of the ropes in the Dark Cross crossing, which unfortunately you hadn't. You were killing lots of ropes, but they just weren't dropping anything.
Yeah, sure, we'll go with that.
And then you took the death.
It was a neat seed to play, though. Like, it was fun.
Going to ask, like, just general thoughts. We're talking specific points, but any general thoughts from that seed?
I like the puzzle mode of this. And this seed definitely had the puzzle aspects. It was like, okay, I've got, like, 2 pendants. Yeah, if I would have asked Saha for the green pendant earlier, I would have had that. But it was like, all right, if I logic out which pendant's this, and I can go rush these dungeons. Where could Argus be? Because I don't have a hookshot yet. It's fun. Yeah. It's fun to take away the key sanity part and just focus, like, kind of exchange the keys for bosses. So it's kind of a neat. I like this mode a lot.
Yeah, it's pretty fun, and this kind of lined up sort of interestingly in that, at least for me, having talked to Saha, cleared Thieves Town, and after I cleared Thieves Town, do the map check, and you have basically your full pendant crystal knowledge, and then like 5 minutes later, being in effectively boss go mode, like, it's like, well, I just need Cane and Mirror for about 90% of the seed. Like, it wasn't too bad.
Oh boy, and if you had a spoiler on that Cane, you would have gone up that mountain so early because you had such full access to everything, except for we didn't know it at the time yet. You couldn't get in because we had ether, and sometimes ether is both. Sometimes that it's the same medallion to get into both. So there was a point where you potentially had 30 or so checks on the mountain, and you still had all of them, but TR open to you. So you did get up there, but of course.
When I got the Cane, I was hoping to be locked out of TR because I was just like, I just don't want it to be in TR. I want to find Mirror first, and then find Cane, and then just not have to even think about TR. But there it was, and I was like, well, once we got the book in the Quake and Ice Palace, I was like, well, it's probably either book or Quake, but we'll check some things along the way.
Yeah, no ped checks this seed. It could have been ped.
Could have.
I was hoping. That was my last hope when I was in TR. Like, well, I hope that everybody needed to clear desert and all these other places. Nope.
If you're trying to check ped like super early when it's not even convenient, like you don't have mirror when you're doing it after school or something like that, you're just trying to find a problem wrong with the seed. Like you're trying to hope for worst case scenario, and that's not going to happen that often.
This was also a tough one with Lumberjack, because this is not quite the mode that I want to check Lumberjack naturally, because it's not keys, right? But like there was a time where it was like, okay, I have everything for Aga. Oh, I also have the flute. Shoot, like now, now there's not a good time to go check Lumberjack, and then in this one, it was.
Oh, well, see, if you're Amarith, and I know this is exactly what you were planning, Amarith. I know that if that had not been a hook shot in that Lumberjack cave, you were going to go up the mountain and put off CAC even further.
I'll at least say that it was on my mind. I was certainly thinking it.
All right, clear rate of 162.
As we're closing out here, obviously, Amarith, GG's on the series win. You're going to face Tracefire. Any thoughts going into that series?
It's going to be an interesting one. It's going to be a fun one. It's going to be probably a clown festival.
I'm looking forward to the circus. And Jaws, for you, you came out of retirement, actually, a semi-retirement from Brando for this. You hadn't played much since the Challenge Cup of last year. What can we expect from you coming up after this?
Well, I did sign up for that Casual Boots tournament that filled up in like 8 hours, so I guess we'll play some Casual Boots. But, the rust is real, and both of these games I kind of, like the pressure, figuring out what pressure is like again, and then, today forgetting how to do a jump, a bomb jump. I'm going to be practicing. That's for sure. Try to de-rust a little bit. But I had a great time. This was fun to. Thanks to everybody for making the Challenge Cup happen this year again, and I'll be there next year too, hopefully.
Looking forward to it. John, you have anything else for these two?
No, that Cash Boots tournament filled up faster than an anime convention hotel block. It was like lightning. All right, great job, runners. Thank you so much to Lumaga for co-comming with me. I've been John the Branch. Thanks a bundle to Ricky of Kokiri for putting on the restream and pushing buttons. He's actually going to come on here in a minute and do the proper closeout. But before that, thanks a whole lot to Scoopula, who's been doing a ton of tracking. Did the last game on this too. I think I could be wrong about that. Scoop's been doing a lot of the tracking for races I've been common. So thanks a lot to Scoopula. And thanks for tuning in to Link to the Past Randomizer Challenge Cup series. There's plenty more to come. Round of 16 is starting up pretty soon. And with that, I think Ricky's got to take us out.
Yes, thank you so much. All right, thank you so much for watching, everybody. That's going to do it for Zelda Speedruns tonight. Coming up tomorrow at 4:10 p.m. Eastern Time, we have another Link to the Past Randomizer Challenge Cup match. This is going to be brackets round 2 between Smirk JD and Prior 57. It's going to be their game 1, and with a game 2 right after, which I'm hoping we can also cover to do it back-to-back, but we're going to see how the volunteer situation works after that. And then on Friday at 3 p.m. Eastern, we have the Game 2 of the Grand Finals for the Ocarina of Time Random Settings League, Season 4 between Marco and Zuras. And then on Saturday at 3:25 p.m. Eastern, we have a semifinals match for the Skyward Sword Randomizer Co-op Tournament between British Stargate and Masters of Camouflage. And with that, we're going to go and sign off here. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. Hope you had a wonderful time and have a fantastic rest of your night. Bye!